Modern military sci-fi has pushed this genre further than ever, and one reader who's read and reviewed over 1,000 military sci-fi books was kind enough to share his top 10 list. Yes, I talked about Jim Chapman in one of my previous videos. Check it out here. But the short version is that Jim Chapman is the most hardcore military sci-fi reader out there. His opinion carries real weight. He knows the genre inside and out, and when he put together a personal top 10 military sci-fi list, I knew I had to share it with you. According to Jim, his top picks aren't just about a great first impression. He's dropped many series that started strong but fizzled out. Every series on this list held his interest from book one all the way to the very end. Let's light it up. Kicking off our list at number 10 is Jeff Haskell's Grimm's War. The story begins with an idealistic young naval officer who makes a split-second combat decision that saves his ship but destroys his career. Disgraced and sidelined, he's given a final chance, command of a beat-up destroyer on the lawless frontier. Jim praises this series for its gripping naval action and political intrigue, with a captain you can't help but root for. At number 9 is the brutal and compelling Sentence to War by Jeff Chaney and Jonathan Brazee. This book series starts with a minor traffic violation that results in a 30-year conscription into the military. The protagonist is thrust into the Marine Corps to fight a terrifying alien enemy. To shorten his term, he can choose a high-risk augmented infantry role with a terrifyingly high mortality rate. Jim highlights this as a gripping story of survival and transformation, perfect for fans of classic military sci-fi. Coming in at number 8, we have David Weber's Safehold series. Humanity, nearly exterminated by aliens, hides on a medieval world where technology is forbidden by a powerful church. The story follows an android who awakens centuries later to secretly restart technological progress and challenge theocratic tyranny. Jim notes that while the series is incredibly detailed, it's a deeply rewarding and unique read. The Empire Rising series by D.J. Holmes takes our 7th spot, is set in a future where humanity, expanded across the stars, is on the brink of war between its own nations. The story follows an exiled British Royal Navy officer who makes a discovery that could change the balance of power. Jim found it to be an easy read with lots of action, grand strategy, and large-scale space battles. At number 6, we have a more lighthearted adventure, Backyard Starship by Jeff Chaney and Terry Maggart. The story begins when the protagonist inherits his grandfather's farm and the fully functional starship hidden beneath the barn. With a smart-mouthed AI companion, he embarks on a galactic quest for justice. Jim calls this the kind of fun, found ship sci-fi he loves, praising its exciting and pleasant adventure. The 5th spot goes to Brian Larson's wildly popular Undying Mercenaries series. In the future, Earth sells its military services to alien empires, and thanks to alien technology, death isn't permanent. Soldiers are continually revived to fight and die again. Jim highlights the unique, darkly humorous premise and the resourceful, rule-bending protagonist. It's a long-running, action-packed series that has a huge audience and is a cornerstone of modern military sci-fi. Jay Allen's Blood on the Stars series claims the number 4 position and is renowned for its intense character building and breathtaking naval combat. The story centers on a commander of an aging battleship who is thrust into a mysterious conflict on a remote frontier. He must face a formidable enemy captain in a duel that could decide the fate of billions. Jim, a huge fan of Allen's work, says the books are so immersive and intense that you feel like you're really there in the battle. Breaking into the top 3 is a newer series that Jim absolutely loved, The Buzzer War by Kevin Eikenberry. Humanity encounters a ruthless, wasp-like alien species called the Buzzers. After a devastating first contact, the protagonist must transition from infantry to armored warfare, leading powerful Centurion tanks against the alien threat. Jim praises the book for its fantastic, detailed battlefield descriptions and realistic combined arms warfare. The runner-up is Lee Stevens' epic series. Later, it was re-released as Destiny's Edge. The story is set in a world where soldiers are rushed to global hotspots to fight technologically superior aliens. Jim notes that this series is incredibly exciting and compelling. And finally, Jim Chapman's number 1 pick out of 1,000+ military sci-fi novels is Federation Marine by Jonathan Brazee. For Jim, this series is the gold standard, a wide-open story executed perfectly, flawlessly, from start to finish. So there you have it, Jim Chapman's top 10 military sci-fi series, a definitive list from a true expert of the genre. Whether you're a hardcore fan or just looking for your next great read, you can't go wrong starting with any of these. If you agree with Jim's list or have other recommendations, drop them in the comments. Oh, and let me know which of these books you're adding to your reading list. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Burn bright and burn enough.